Hello there, Leo. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of January the 20th through the 26th. I am going to be pulling one card for each day, and we'll see what comes up psychically as I look at those cards as well to kind of get an idea of themes that are moving through the week. While I put cards down, I will tell you if you guys would like to schedule a private reading with me, you can find all the information about that, plus all my contact information and information about my other services on my website in the description box below. And if you would like to just simply support this channel, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee account that you can use that to provide some support that way. All of that is very much appreciated. And let's see, what else do we have here? We have cards on the table is what we have here. So let's take a peek at Monday for Leos. We have the Prince of Pentacles. So this tells me that on Monday you're doing something to make sure that the budget is taken care of and honored well, or you're doing something, some of you are going to be doing something to safeguard your health or to improve your health on Monday, one or the other. Some of you may actually be doing both. So if this is health, this could be as simple as going to the doctor. This could be doing the exercises, eating the foods you know you should be, that type of thing. If this is about money, then this is making sure you're not doing impulse spending. This is doing what you need to do to bring that income home, So I think a lot of you, I would say 80% of you, this is about money. About 20% of you, this is health. And some of you may have both of those actually playing out. Da, 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 da. Let's look at Tuesday. Tuesday, you guys have the Two of Pentacles coming up in reverse. This just tells me on Tuesday you've got a lot going on. And so this would be a great day to delegate some of your responsibilities to somebody else who could handle them, just so things don't fall through the cracks. All right, now let's look at Wednesday. Here we have the Prince of Swords showing up in reverse. So Wednesday, you've got somebody in your sphere of influence. They're coming in. They've made some kind of decision. They're taking some kind of stand. And, they want you to come along with them and help them, make this stand. The only problem with that is, well, first of all, I am going to say I keep hearing the word activism. So for some of you, this is literally going to be about some type of activism, type of energy or activity. But as I was saying, the only problem with this is that this person has made up their mind about this situation and is now taking action based on only partial truths rather than whole truths. And once they realize the real deal, the rest of the story, as Andy Rooney used to say, then they will be kind of regretting some of this action they've been taking. They're going to see that that was a little bit foolish. They may even be looking for scapegoats. So the best thing you can do is stay as far as you possibly can away from this whole situation. All right. Now let's look at Thursday. Okay, Leos, are you doing this or is somebody else doing this? Okay. So Thursday, we have a tower showing up here. A tower is something that can be very surprising. Usually it kind of hits out of the blue, kind of like lightning. You don't really plan for that, especially when it's outside forces doing that, which is what it sounds like to me whenever I look at this card and feel into it. So there's something going on that is outside of your control that causes a tower situation. So tower situation, not only does it come up as a surprise, but it also takes something that was making us feel stable and secure, and it just ejects it out of our experience just in the blink of an eye, basically. And so whenever we see this tower experience, we know that there's something going on where you were feeling, we can get to feeling a little too comfortable. A lot of times we go into a tower for safety from something that's going on down lower level. If there's war in the village, then we go up to the tower to be safe. And so when we originally went into whatever this tower situation was, it felt safe, it felt stable, it felt secure. Usually what happens when we have this is that we've reached, the ceiling of the tower. There's no more room for growth. There's no more room for expansion. It is time to get out of that tower and look for something else that gives us more room to really kind of spread our wings. So when this happens, This happens because we've got into that place. It's stable and secure, but we have no room for growth yet. And Sacred Spirit does not like that not growing thing that we can do sometimes. And so we'll just be kicked right out of that tower. And that forces us to look for other situations where we can actually grow and expand because we weren't doing it on our own. And so the tower in the long story is not a bad story because in the end, we do look for other situations similar to the tower we just got kicked out of, or that just got removed from our experience. And as we're looking for those other situations, what we find is something better than what we had before. So if you look at like the upper level picture of the tower situation, if you look at it from higher altitude, you can see that it's leading you into something better than what you had before. Although when you're right there on ground level, when that tower comes down, it can be a little disconcerting. It can take you a minute to get your legs under you and to catch your breath. And I think we're going to clarify a little bit about what this tower has to do with before we close out this video, but I do want to finish the rest of the week before we come back to that. Now, we're looking at Friday next. We have the King of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Is this Leo or somebody in their sphere of influence? This is, okay, so this is somebody that you're interacting with. And it's interesting. I think that this person is, they might be broke. They might be financially broke. But the bigger impression that I'm getting is that this person is, there's something just a little bit off with their mental outlook on life. So where we might look at something and go 2 + 2 + 2 is 6. This person might look at something and say, well, 2 + 2 + 0 is 6. Or something like that. You know, they can have a little bit of paranoia. They can have a little bit of, just a little bit of mental offness that you might not notice. For my King of Pentacles in reverse, this is somebody, you might not notice that they're a little mentally off until you really start talking to them. So this is somebody that you're interacting with on Friday. And they may not always be mentally off. They may have something going on that is putting them, you know, that's triggering them, I guess I should say. Anyway, you're interacting with this person. I think you're kind of holding space for them, and you may be adding some kind of stability for them to help them kind of mellow out, is what I'm hearing. Now, let's look at our weekend. Saturday, we have the Three of Swords coming up in reverse. And I like this in reverse because it means we're getting over some kind of heartache or heartbreak. For some of you, you could be like rehabilitating from heart surgery. I've seen this card to mean that before. I would say that you probably already know if you have a heart surgery scheduled, so I don't panic just because I mentioned that. For most of you, this is going to be about getting over some kind of emotional heartache or heartbreak. And then on Sunday, we have a card that really talks about healing. You may not be feeling physically up to snuff. I don't think that you're feeling that bad, but it's definitely a good day to kind of take it easy, take care of yourself. If you've got some herbal teas or some tinctures or whatever it is that you need for your situation, that would be a good day to do that. You know, we've got the medicine woman there. The medicine woman is the one who kind of takes care of us when we need a little extra to feel okay. All right. So that's what I've got for the week. Let's look at this tower on Thursday, Leo. Let's see what that has to do with, at least, so we have a little bit of a heads up about what could be happening here. Not that we want to give it too much attention, but we do want to have a heads up so that we can maybe make a game plan. Have a game plan in motion before this tower actually hits the ground. Let's see what we have. Aww. This, well, it's coming in very suddenly. Okay, so first of all, we have the clover. You can see she's got a 4-leaf clover right there. I think it's going to zoom in enough for you to see that, hopefully. Let me get my face out of here. Yeah. See how that's got 4 leaves on it? So this talks about luck. Whatever this tower is, it's good luck. And we also have the scythe coming up here too. This is very sudden. This is sudden and unexpected. It actually works out for your best in the end. And it has something to do, this has something to do with, I think, with somebody that you know from work or from business. This can be somebody who is a very powerful person. They have a lot of power. They have a lot of influence in your life. Sometimes I see this as like the mama bear. So if you have like a mama hen type personality at your work, this might be something that has to do with them, where they have a sudden stroke of good luck, and that brings a big shakeup to your, I'm going to say to your workplace here. And if that brings a good shakeup, remember that we had good luck here. This may give you an opportunity for some upward mobility. Maybe you've maxed out what you can do in the position that you have now. But then if this person who is like your supervisor or something, or maybe even up a few layers, has a sudden stroke of good luck and maybe they move on to something else, well, then somebody has to fill that spot. Why can't it be you? Why shouldn't it be? All right. So, I mean, it comes out as lucky. It's lucky for that person and it's lucky for you. All right. So I kind of like it. It'll be interesting to see what happens on Thursday. I would be thrilled if you guys would come and let me know in the comments. So that's what I've got, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Have an exciting, happiness-making week. And if I don't see you here for a personal reading or for a Reiki session between now and then I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.